Well, yeah. I mean, you talk about how YFN Lucci got stabbed. And since last time, I guess they talked about how Lucci wasn't actually given a plea deal and they're essentially preparing for trial in that particular case.
Yes. I mean, he looks like the big dog. And it's the same thing with Young Thug, by the way. Like, he looks like the big guy, and they want to take the big guys down. And I think they're willing to spend the little guys in order to get the big guy, which is why plea deals are going to happen for other folks, but not him. Not Lucci, and, probably not the other, like the top 2 or 3 other guys. They're probably done too.
Right, because Walter Murphy, who is the alleged YSL co-founder, he's also locked up and he's been denied bond.
Yeah. No, they're not. Like, again, as long as they've got somebody in the wind right now, they're not going to let anybody out. They're not even going to start listening to the other arguments, as long as they think that there's a credible threat to a witness. And there are witnesses, and they are talking. The funny thing is, I think part of the reason that this investigation ultimately ended up in the indictments, the way it happened, the timing it happened, is because there's no one witness that you can take out and make it all go away. I think there are enough people talking where they could tell each witness, like, they'd have to kill 10 of you. They're not going to do that. And as long as they know that they can't get you all, they're not going to try to get any of you because the risk is too high.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Fulton County DA is talking about how she's receiving threats over the YSL RICO case. And wasn't there was a young guy that was arrested for threatening the DA
that fellow's got some psych issues. And honestly, I don't want to. He was a cousin of one of the defendants. And he was on Instagram. And he Instagrammed the chief of the police department for the Atlanta school system, along with the sheriff and the sheriff's wife and Fonnie Willis, saying, "I'm going to kill you." And he's a teenager and he's kind of screwed up, and I'm going to set that one aside. I mean, charge him, but he needs therapy.
Yeah.
But he's not the one to worry about. There are other folks who are perfectly willing to kill someone. And we just don't know if they've caught them all, frankly. It's a complicated case, and it's complicated in part because the politics around all of this are complicated. People are asking, is Fonnie Willis doing this because she wants to get reelected? And the answer is yes. Of course she's doing this because she wants to get reelected. This is how she thinks she's going to get reelected, by reducing the number of people who are murderers, allegedly, on the street. And, there's a lot. She's high profile on purpose. She is in her first term in office, and she needs to prove to an otherwise skeptical public that she knows how to do her job and that she could do it differently than the person who preceded her. And so she's being super visible. It's not an accident that when there's a big gang case, she gets in front of the cameras. I don't fault her for it. I would expect anyone who is seeking elected office to do exactly the same thing.